Hey, welcome to
Yeah,
the Pastor and the Professor. I think it's going okay.
I think so. Well, at least we're having fun, and
We are.
We appreciate everyone who joins us
Yeah,
and
yeah.
listens in. And we wish you were right here. We could go back and forth, but it's as close as we can get. So,
Yep.
thank you everybody who's staying with us, or somebody who's new. We may well have
Oh, we
somebody
might
who
have-
was told, "Hey, you should watch these guys." So we're
Yeah.
again.
You aren't
thankful.
going to believe this.
Yeah, I
That
know.
they would actually allow this.
Exactly.
On-
And that these
on
two
the
have
internet.
been in the ministry in various ways for a long time. How did that happen?
Yeah, over 80 years combined.
Put us together. Yeah, it's a long time.
Wow.
Well, I know. Wow. Thanks for bringing up the
I
80
know. I
years
was gonna
there.
say,
Yeah.
I feel so much
Golly,
better
40,
now. How about
40
you?
and 42 sounded plenty long.
It's okay.
But, yeah,
No.
yeah.
We gotta go.
Anyway, but we have been walking our way through this house of faith, and we approached it. We entered. We prayed. We fell in love with that which was there, as opposed to looking for something not there. And that was last week. And now, well, we've been doing a lot. And maybe not everything's happening as fast as we want it.
Okay.
So today it's about patience.
Ooh.
And there's a lot of patience
Yeah.
in
Are
our
you an
walk.
expert on patience?
I'm an expert on the absence of
okay.
patience.
Because I was going to
because
say, if
I'm
I
not.
ask Holly, would she say,
Oh, my gosh.
this guy is so patient?
No.
No.
I mean, I just had a lesson in that today again. We were working on the lawn this morning and weeding and stuff. And so I had a lot of stuff scattered around. Why was I determined that I had to carry all this stuff in one trip? Could not make two trips. And so I'm dropping stuff, and I pick it up, and dropping more stuff, I pick it up. You know, it took longer because I was impatient than if I just had a pleasant walk, come back, take it again. But no, I am determined to carry all this stuff. Why?
I don't. But when I would do
Impatience.
that as a kid, my dad would remind me, haste makes waste.
That's true.
Yeah, so
Oh, golly. So, yeah, no, I'm not a patient person. But I think we could all say God is. And he sure wants to share patience with us, or at least show us the advantage if we had more of it.
now
And such.
I never had the privilege of meeting your dad. He
Okay.
seems to me, from what you explained, he was a patient guy.
Oh, he was all go, no stop.
Was he?
Oh, my gosh. My dad loved field work. Yeah, he loved plowing, planting, seeding, combining especially, and it was all go. We would combine, harvesting oats and such, and his ideal was we never stopped for 8 hours straight. I would be in that combine. We'd unload the loads on the go, and you don't touch the clutch for 8 hours straight. You never stop, and it never stops putting that grain through. That was my dad's ideal. It was exciting, but you're in a very hot cab, no air conditioning, for 8 hours straight in a 90-plus day, and all go. It was exciting.
Yeah.
But when you got out of the cab at about 7:15, been in there 8 hours,
You know you worked.
you might be looking like you're just sitting there. Oh my gosh, you're working.
You know you worked.
But we're all that way in some aspect. Isn't there something that makes all of us impatient? It might be this: when you watch a ball game and they're taking forever to get that relief pitcher warmed up. Are you patient? Are you saying, "Come on"?
No, I would say should have started earlier.
Exactly.
Or I would say, seriously, you're going to put him in?
Yeah, there's that. But you could see things are going badly. Why aren't you already up?
Yeah.
Have you thrown your 25 pitches?
Yep.
Get in here,
Yeah. Yeah.
and just
No, I'm with you. Or it's my wife when she says, how far is the game along? Football.
Okay.
And I say, it's just
Oh,
been
no.
the 2-minute warning.
Oh my gosh. And
She
it's
used to think of 2 minutes as being 120 consecutive seconds.
2 minutes. What a concept.
Now she knows, is that real 2 minutes or is it a football 2 minutes?
Exactly.
It's football 2 minutes.
Football.
Oh, okay. So we got what, 20 minutes to go?
At that point, you could put in the frozen pizza. It'll
Oh.
be out before this game
of
is
course.
done.
Yeah.
So, anyway, patience is a challenge
It
for
is.
us. And so we're going to give people an image of our patience. And we got show and tell. We got to have show and tell. And that is planting grass. And so here we go, straight from Home Depot. There's still a little bit left. So if you think there really is grass seed here, there is. We're not going to take it out and toss it around. But we're just filling in some spots that need filling on our lawn. And so I dug it up. I weeded as best I could, put in the new soil from the bag, and spread the grass. So the idea then is, how fast do you want that grass to be there? How quick are we thinking it'll be there? So what do you think? Now, I'm not a kid. I mean, I know it's not overnight. It's not magic grass, like Jack and the Beanstalk. But, like, how soon are you thinking, okay, all right, I'm out here watering you every morning. What do you think?
I'd like a couple of weeks, and then,
Oh, okay.
but
You're
but
more patient than I.
Is it still healthy enough to run my mower over it?
Well, and then if I got a place that hasn't come up,
Oh, yeah.
it's been 2 weeks, by the way.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering, should I go after it?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's right there. It's ready to pop. And I don't know. What's wrong with you? I paid good money for you. It's fresh. Well, I don't know. It's fresh, but it's on the shelf. And so it's hard to wait for something as simple as grass seed. But here, let's go to our next slide if we can. And so you want it filled in right now. I want everything clean. And here's another one.
Oh, yeah.
Does the old grass match the new?
I have a neighbor who's really good at this.
Oh, really? Okay.
And it shows up the rest of the neighborhood.
It never looks exactly the same.
Never
but it's better than
exactly.
dirt and weeds.
But from a distance,
That's it.
it looks pretty good. Mine, it would be a very light green, right next to a darker green.
Exactly. But at least it's not dirt and weeds.
Well, true.
And such. Years ago in our former house, we had to take the wallpaper down. They had never primed the drywall behind it. So when it came off, hole after hole after hole after hole came off the drywall.
Yeah.
So you got to spackle that, then you got to sand it, and it's got to fix it. And there were hundreds of holes. And finally I said, okay, that's it. I'm priming this thing. I'm painting this thing. Holly came back from work, and she said, how'd it go? I said, let me just take John Kennedy's words, just a little twist. Ask not about the 20 holes you still can see. Ask rather about the 2,000 holes I've already filled in. And she was wondering. She said, it looks great, honey. Because
that's a patient woman.
Because at some point, you just have to say, that's it.
Yeah.
I have filled holes. And you're painting, and there's another one. Yeah. So we want it perfect. We want it right now. How long should you water and guard that grass? I'm still watering. It's been 2 weeks. It should be long. It'll be longer. Every morning, haul the hose out. There I am. The neighbors are wondering how long. But anyway, there it is. So we're still working away. So patience. Yeah. We were saying earlier, people might have other examples. You're remodeling or something.
Oh, yeah. We remodeled. It was going to take 4 weeks. That was 4 months.
Yes.
For a variety of reasons.
Sure.
It wasn't because anyone was lazy. It was, this came up. Or then we said, while you're doing that,
right,
let's add this on.
And then the guy rolls his eyes and says, okay,
all right,
you understand that's going to take more time.
Yep, I got to order this and
Exactly. There's always something extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were laughing about this. We replaced our refrigerator because it was leaking water, right? So our wonderful plumber came, and a young man, Nate, and while he was down there, he said, your water heater is going to go any minute now, too. Oh, good. Okay. So in 1 week, we replaced both refrigerator and water heater.
And Nate was okay with it.
Nate was doing well.
Nate from Oostburg.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He should be sponsoring this now that we threw his name out.
He should be, and he's a great guy. And if he and his wife went out to eat on Friday night because the Pavlas had all this stuff done, he deserves it. We love Nate. He's a good guy. But anyway, patience. All right, we have one more.
Yeah.
And that is... believe God is at work even when it seems nothing is being built except your patience. I don't know about you, Randy, but sometimes at the end of a frustrating day when nothing has changed, nothing is better, it's the same thing, it's never moved.
Yep.
I say that in my prayers. I said, God, nothing. We've done nothing. And I could just hear God saying, well, Dan, we've worked on your patience, didn't we? Yeah, well, we've done that. That's
Well, let's
for sure.
hurry up. Get that
I
over
know.
with.
And I bet there's more tomorrow. Well,
Lord,
yeah.
give me patience and give it to me now.
Yeah, exactly. So, I really think he does. That's his favorite go-to is, but we can always work on your patience. There's
and
always that.
I think that's something that we fail to remember because the scripture does talk about God helping us with our patience.
Yeah, be patient in affliction.
Yeah. And we're going to get to
Right.
some of those. But
Yeah.
so here, let me ask you this question. Why do you think patience is such an important directive for New Testament living?
Isn't that intriguing? Love, joy, peace are the first fruits of the Spirit.
And then,
patience.
wow.
Because I understand love, joy, and peace.
Sure.
Oh, that sounds like a meal in itself. I'm done. Thank you very much. Great. The next thing, it sort of looms over the others because they're all good.
Yep.
But patience, I wonder if it's three things. It's patience with God, who we thought was going to do more sooner
sure.
and faster. It's patience with others
Yep.
who haven't yet seen the light and done with it. Maybe it's patience with ourselves.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
those are the three harmonies that were broken in the garden.
Oh, that's
with
nice.
sin, right? So they eat
Mm-hmm.
this forbidden fruit, and they see that they're naked,
Right,
so they have this problem with themselves.
right.
And then God comes and they run away.
Yes,
They have a problem with God.
right.
And then God says, "So how'd this happen?" And they point fingers. And
Exactly.
so they have this broken harmony with all three of these. And I suppose we could throw in a broken harmony with the environment too,
Well, yes.
because
thorns-
now we're still going to farm.
Right,
It's just going to be more challenging. We're still going to have babies.
yeah,
It's going to be more painful.
right.
So patience has to play a part in that too, doesn't it?
It really does. And how do they live with each other, noting that difference?
Oh,
Week upon week, it's like, in the garden, yeah, but not anymore.
yeah.
In the garden, not anymore.
Yeah.
And not to go back to the, if you hadn't, if you, there is plenty to go around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So be patient with one another.
Yep.
And finally with yourself, because I shouldn't do that again, but I did.
And the whole love, joy, peace, and then comes patience. I'm wondering if that order is, I'd love him,
Oh, okay.
but I got to wait for him to earn it.
Right, to change,
Yeah.
which he's promised to do.
Yeah, but I don't
But-
see anything.
Right.
He's my grass seed.
Right, exactly. And I'd have joy if you would finally deliver to me the thing.
Oh yeah, there
the
you go.
event.
Answer my prayer.
Right. All I'm asking for, different house, different car,
Yep.
3-week
Yep,
vacation, whatever. And then I'd have joy. Yeah.
And there'd definitely be peace.
You put me in an ideal place, I will be peaceful.
Yeah.
In fact, I won't even ask you for anything. You just put me on that week-long cruise, you won't even hear from me.
And if you don't have patience, it's really hard to find peace
Yeah.
and joy and be loving.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because there'll always be that.
Yeah.
That's something,
Yeah.
I'm reaching.
Yeah. There's I never thought of it this way. A lack of patience brings a lack of contentment. And contentment is pretty big in the scriptures
You
too.
betcha. There's great gain in
Yeah.
godliness with contentment. If we
Yeah,
have food and
yeah.
clothing, let us be
Yeah.
content.
Yeah, Paul,
Yes.
I've learned how to be content in all situations.
High
right?
and low.
Hungry and well fed, clothed, naked, in
And-
prison, free.
He says that in Philippians. As a man, he still says an ambassador in chains.
Yeah.
And I'm content.
Yeah.
And every one of us could look at that and said, ooh, that life is rougher than mine.
Yes.
And this guy's actually content.
And I'm not.
And if he would come and visit, he'd say, really? You're not content? As
Your
he sees
first world problems?
Right, as he sees me in my lazy boy, and which I love,
Because
by
the
way. So it's-
batteries in my remote are dead.
Oh,
And I don't
just-
have any. And now I got to get up there and push a button.
exactly. Or I did the trick of taking him out, putting him back in again, which I just did last night, and it works for a little while,
It
but
does.
not
It
not
does,
forever.
yeah.
So I'm not happy. Well, anyway, here's a great verse: "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer." Why put those three together? Joyful in hope, patience. We've just been doing.
Yep.
joyful in hope, faithful in prayer. How are those companions with our friend in the middle? Patience.
Yeah. Hope is not hope if we already have it.
Right.
So the joy is, I can't wait. Grandma and Grandpa are coming to visit. Oh, I'm so excited, but they're not here yet. But I'm still excited.
And I'm at the window watching,
because
waiting.
I know this is going to be fun.
It's going to be great. And there's gifts in the trunk.
Of course.
Our kids were on that. Like somebody once asked me when we were in Butternut, do your children believe in Santa Claus? And I said, oh, yes. Absolutely. They know Santa Claus drives a green Buick with Minnesota license plates. And they're watching for it. They know when he's pulling in.
And they're happy.
They're happy. And Grandma and Grandpa are too.
Yeah.
You know, right.
Yep.
So they never have to bring a gift in. No, just pop that trunk, Dad. The little minions, they'll tear it in for you.
We're out here.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, they'll bring in your jacket, your spare tire if you have one.
Just wrap it
They're cleaning the place out. But you're joyful in hope. And that's that forward look.
Yep.
Because patient in affliction obviously is a present.
It's
a
current.
difficult. Right, exactly. So I've got to balance what is now being carried in patience with joyful hope.
Yeah, and
That's
the
looking
Scripture
ahead.
says, even though now, for a little time,
It's bad.
and it says little time, and some people might say, yeah, but I've been dealing with this illness for 2 decades, right?
Yeah.
In the scope of eternity,
Little time.
It's a little time. Yeah.
Psalm 30, verse 5. Weeping endures for a night, joy comes in the morning.
Yeah.
The night's long. It's more than 8 hours. I know. But he can't say that and then not deliver on, but joy comes in the morning.
Yeah.
There has to be. How about faithful in prayer?
Faithful in prayer, if I'm impatient, right? So we would wait for Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah.
Took them 4 hours to drive up.
Yeah.
And Grandma would call and say, we're leaving now, 6 in the morning. We know 10 o'clock, the Chevy's coming down the road.
There you go.
So we would get up at 7.
Sure.
Mom would say, Grandma and Grandpa will be here about 10. We'd sit out on the stoop. And then we'd come in. When are they coming? What time is it? Finally, Mom would say, why don't you do something in the meantime?
Right. Just sitting. You're right.
It's going to drive you nuts.
Right.
Why don't we do something in the meantime?
Yeah.
Let's pray.
There you go. Wow,
Let's
you
be
had
connected.
Great mom.
Let's be connected to the...
And pray that they're safe. They get here.
Yep. And then go clean your room.
That's what I was waiting for.
Because Grandma and Grandpa are coming.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And they're going to want to see your room and go, oh, it looks so nice.
Yeah. And so we, in the midst of our affliction, patience, I think patience is a partner of prayer.
Yes, I think so.
Yep.
Because, God, I know you haven't given up. You're still at work. That's patience. And therefore, I can pray.
Yep.
Luke 18:1, verse I just love. And he taught them always to pray and never give up.
Yep.
There's your patience or endurance and prayer. Isn't that just a great line? Always pray, never give up.
Years ago, we made popcorn in a pot on the stove.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Then we moved to Jiffy Pop.
Oh, yes. I mean, that silver kind of dome thing.
And now we go to microwave.
Yes.
And the kids still stand in front and say, how long is this going to take? And it's like, well, it's going to take what it takes.
Yeah.
Go do something.
Yeah, it's a minute and a half or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. We're always impatient people.
Yeah.
But I think we need the partner of prayer.
Yep. That gives us hope.
Yep.
We got one slide left. Isn't this a great one? And we rejoice in the hope of the glory of God. Not only so, we rejoice in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, hope. Hope does not disappoint us, because God has poured out his love into our hearts by the Holy Spirit. Wouldn't it be nice to just stay at peace? We have peace with God. Let's just stay right there. In fact, if Paul had stopped Romans right there, it would have been great. Let's camp out.
How many people in your pastoral ministry haven't said to you, when you use this passage in the midst of their pain, I have enough character.
Yeah.
I'm really good with the character that I have.
Yeah. Can I just jump right to the end?
It's just, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. No. And this doesn't work as well anymore. But when the day of a manual transmission, if you have 4 speeds or a 5-speed, can you start out in 5th gear?
Oh.
No.
That's not good.
But that's essentially what we want.
Yeah.
Can I just jump right ahead and be in 5th gear?
Oh, I like that.
And celebrating the love of God and look at all that behind me.
Yeah.
Even though I've never gone through it.
Yeah.
No,
not happening.
No, I can't do it.
No.
You know, and what's true about your engine, it can't take that, is true of us.
Right.
We got to go here to here to here to here. And good news, but tribulation does produce endurance.
Yep.
And endurance does produce character. You won't be stuck in second gear. It does deliver to third and then to fourth and on and on.
You know, I don't think Jesus went to the Heavenly Father and said, okay, I like your plan. Let's just go right to the ascension.
Exactly. Wouldn't that be great?
We'll skip the virgin birth thing.
The whole thing.
We'll skip the suffering, the death, burial.
We could put marks in me.
Oh, sure.
Just, you know,
and say
whatever.
This is what it would be like.
Right.
But for the joy set before him, Christ endured the cross, scorning its shame. Yeah.
Yes.
Seated at the right hand.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Scorning the shame, it seems to me, is like, I chose this.
Yeah. Yeah.
As opposed to when I ride a motorcycle in a 40-degree rain.
Yep. You chose that.
I did. And don't feel sorry for me.
Oh.
I've got the heated vest on.
Yep.
I am just fine. I'm happy. But people look at me like, oh, that poor man. Does he even have a car?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But, you know, you scorn the, not shame, but the oddity. But he scorned the shame. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
The world that turned against him.
He just stood it down, stuck his tongue out at it.
Yeah.
Right?
Said,
That's not going to get me.
Exactly.
I'm the victor.
I'm the victor. So much so that, see this guy, this thief?
Yeah.
He's coming with me.
Yep.
You can't even hold on to him. You're not holding on to me.
I'm scorning his shame, too.
I'm taking him with me.
And he does that for us.
And then that man thinks this is, oddly enough, the greatest day of my life.
Yeah.
I met this man, and he's taking me with.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Tragedy and triumph.
I'm condemned by a governor, and I'm rescued by a king.
Yeah, and you know, I wonder where, traditionally we say that's like the second word from the cross. Yeah. Early on, I wonder, so here's this guy, and he's on this cross.
Okay.
I'm going to be in heaven. Be patient.
Yeah, I know. It's like, can we do it right now?
You got a few more hours to go, pal.
Yeah, come
and they're going to be excruciating.
Oh, terrible. And then
and they're going to break your legs.
Yeah, so that you stop breathing.
Suffocate.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But it's the door. It's the door. I'm going to get there. Yeah. So faithful, trust. And I always love this one. Hope does not disappoint us.
Yeah.
You know, you say that to somebody. Hope doesn't disappoint. And then, they've got some stories to say. It does too.
Yeah.
You know, the salesman said, and it didn't happen. The computer did not work.
Yep.
We've all got hope that disappoints. The seed didn't come up. I'll swear there's going to be a square foot or two.
Oh, of course.
That just doesn't. And then I finally said, okay, let's try it again.
Yep.
Or, yeah.
I hear people say, well, if God is all loving, then why do children die? Why are there unjust wars?
True.
You know, and I think it's a failure of, number one, understanding sin and salvation. I think it's a lack of patience too.
Yes.
Because I'll say to people, I just can't wait for heaven.
Right. Wonderful.
I agree that these things are bad. Right. I'm not going to say it's proof there's no God.
No.
I'm just going to say, to me, it's proof of the love of God in that all this is going to be gone.
Oh, yeah. And we're getting closer to that.
Yeah, every day.
When you said, I can't wait to go to heaven, I've lived with 20-year-olds for 28 years at the university. They would say, well, I do, but I want to get married. I want to have children. I want to travel. I want to do this. I understand. You and I are of an age where we've done those things in many ways, and all the more. And then when you and I visit people who are in their 80s, 90s, they really mean it.
Yeah.
I am just waiting to go to heaven. Those I love are already there in many cases. Lord, take me. And there's an impatience sometimes to that 92-year-old.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm still here.
That's it.
And I always say, so you can pray for me.
Exactly.
I need you.
Right. And your kids do. And I bet your grandchildren do. And they might not know what you're doing, but you know that you're still here to pray for them. And whether they come and visit as much as they should, which they don't, but, there's a purpose still.
It's the old story, the pastor who was doing the children's message.
Okay.
And he was talking about heaven. And just it sounded so great.
Sounds good.
And he said to the kids, no, who wants to go to heaven? And they all raised their hand except Billy.
Okay.
So he figured Billy wasn't paying attention.
Right. Billy just
So he said, well, let's do it this way. And loud enough. Notice Billy's got his attention.
Okay.
Whoever wants to go to heaven, let's stand up. Oh, they all stand up except Billy.
Oh, no.
And he said, Billy, don't you want to go to heaven?
Yeah.
Billy looked at him. He said, no, Billy, don't you want to go to heaven someday? Billy said, oh, I thought you were taking us now.
Oh. You get me nervous here.
Yeah. So there is that point of
right.
patience, but also excitement while we're
Right.
being patient.
Well, Paul said, what shall I choose? I do not know. Philippians chapter 1. To live is Christ, to die is gain.
Yep.
To depart is better. I'd just soon go. But you know what? There's stuff to do here with you people, and I'm going to stay.
Right. It's God's will.
Exactly. And what a gift to the Philippians and others. A man still in prison, but ready to go.
And thy will be done helps us to be a little more patient.
Yeah, it does. Well, I think we've done
How'd
pretty
we
well
do?
on patience. I think, well, I don't know. We spoke about
find out.
patience. Yeah, we'll find out. You can tell us that.
And we do appreciate comments.
Yes, we do.
And questions. Feel free. Put those down in the little comment area, the chat area. Yeah.
Right. And we'll continue our walk through the household of
we got a couple more to go.
Couple more to go.
Yep.
And they're still
and we're not going to give it away. We're not going to give it away.
No, I mean, it's right there, but I'm not saying
I see it.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Okay. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah. God's blessings.